What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you the top 5 reasons why you should purchase a 7.3 Powerstroke. This right here is my 2000 single cab stick shift 7.3 painted dark teal metallic that I just got done restoring. And this video will be for both OBS body style and Super Duty body style 7.3 Powerstroke trucks. So the first reason I'm going to suggest you buy one of these is going to be the price, not only to purchase but to maintain these. If you look at one of these, you can expect to pay as little as a couple grand for a fixer-upper, and if you want one with lower miles and in good condition, you could still easily get one for high teens, low 20s, which is going to be a lot cheaper than if you look at a 6.7. Even a steel body 6.7 with a reasonably low amount of miles is generally going to be north of 30 grand. And if you get into an Alumiduty, a lot of those guys want 50+ thousand for their trucks. So they're a significant amount of money cheaper to purchase, and all the parts are cheaper. If you look up these compared to newer trucks such as the 6.7, any of the engine components, the turbos are a third of the price, injectors are a third of the price. A transmission rebuild, if you have an automatic, is a third of a price. And another benefit is these are much simpler than the newer ones. You can generally work on these with pretty basic tools. It's very rare that you need anything that's special by any means to work on one of these trucks. You can pretty much watch a quick YouTube video, knock most of these repairs out in your driveway with basic hand tools, which is nice because a lot of the newer trucks, that's not even close to the same story. So that'll save you money there just in the labor. Being cheap to purchase and maintain was my first reason. Second reason's easy to work on. And the third reason is going to be the amount of customization you can do. And this doesn't necessarily exclude the old body style Fords, but the Super Duties are definitely a lot more customizable because a lot of the parts from 99 to 16 are interchangeable. If you look at my truck here, I converted it to a 2005 to 2007 front end with the headlights, the grille, the bumper, and you can actually switch the whole front clip if you wanted. And you could put a 6.4, 08 through 10 body style on, or an 11 through 16, 6.7 Powerstroke complete front end. We'll swap over and the body lines will match the doors perfectly. And then if you look here, we also have an 08 to 10 lower valence on there. These mirrors are actually the style for an 08 through 16 Super Duty, and they bolt right up and fit great. I paint matched these as well, as you can see, but you could switch any of those out for the newer style mirrors if you want. You can put Alumiduty mirrors on these as well. So it gives you a lot of options between aftermarket parts and OEM parts off a newer truck to make it look exactly how you want. Also, you're going to see here, these wheels are 2011 to 2016 stock Lariat wheels with some 35s. And actually any Super Duty wheel from 1999 all the way to the brand new ones is all 8x170 bolt patterns. You can switch them out as you wish, or you could get aftermarket wheels, but any vehicle can get aftermarket wheels. But it's kind of cool that you could switch these newer style ones out as well. And also, of course, the lift kits for these are relatively cheap. This one has a rough country just leveling kit to clear the 35s, but you can do pretty much anything you want to these suspension wise. Any lift kit, you can lower them easily. You can switch. A lot of guys will go ahead and switch the brackets out and do 05 plus axles so you have coils so it'll ride like a newer truck. I didn't want to go that crazy, but that is a route you could go down if you're interested. As you can see, this truck here has an 11 through 16 box on it, which has the newer style looking fender, but the lines still match up perfect to the cab. Not many vehicles you can switch out parts like these. And then if you come to the rear here, you could see I believe these are 11 through 16, or they might be 08 to 16 tail lights in it, an 08 through 10 6.4 tailgate, and then a newer style 08 to 16 paint matched rear bumpers. You could switch all these out with newer truck parts as you please. You could even go ahead and get, this one doesn't have it, but you can get the tailgate like the one that's on my 2013 6.7 with the step that comes out in the handle. If you wanted to add that to this older truck, you can actually buy the newer gate and switch it out as well. the interiors of these trucks, there's a vast amount of upgrades you can do. Most vehicles, all you got to switch is maybe seat covers and steering wheel covers and an aftermarket radio. But this here, you can switch out the dashes from any year Super Duty if you wanted to with a little bit of work. All the door panels can be switched out to the newer one. You could go ahead and do any seats you want. This here is actually 2008 to 2010 XLT seats that look really nice. You could get any of the platinum. You can platinum King Ranch swap these. Anything off a 6.7. Anything off a 6-liter, you could get Harley Davidson swap if you want, and it'll all bolt right in. So long story short, there's a lot of parts that can be switched out on these, and as well the normal truck stuff for aftermarket options. But the next thing I really like about these is how strong and robust they are. As I'm sure almost all of you guys already know, the 7.3 Powerstroke engine itself has a great reputation for running for hundreds of thousands of miles reliably. But it's not just the engine that's really strong. If you go look under here at this front axle, if you keep your straight axle with the leaf springs, these are really strong as well. You never see guys really having any issues with these other than basic suspension wear, and they'll last you a very long time. And actually, if you have this original leaf spring front end compared to the new trucks, you can't get death wobble that the new coil spring trucks have problems with. So it's kind of nice to never worry about that. Even if your truck's a ragged out 300K work truck, the worst thing you're going to deal with is a bad front end alignment from it getting worn out. You're never going to have any issues with death wobble. And on top of that, these interiors are very strong. My truck has the replacement seats. The original ones I assume were toasted whenever the previous owner put these in, but seats are going to wear out on anything. If you look at the rest of this 24-year-old interior, and I've had a lot of these and they all are the same story, they are very, very strong. You don't see anything usually broken on these, other than a lot of times these will get broken from being removed incorrectly, or people will incorrectly remove these and break them. But like a lot of the different brand older trucks, all this stuff gets really loose or doesn't work. If you look here, the dash is all in beautiful condition. The headliner, the vinyl floor, all the switches, the original radio would have been still fine if someone didn't choose to switch it to aftermarket. Everything, the steering wheel, I mean, they really did a good job making a very solid interior, which many trucks, and the OBS Fords are kind of not the same as these. They tend to fall apart like all the other old trucks do. But I will say any of these 7.3 Super Duty interiors tend to last a really long time and are really well built. And the fifth reason why you should buy one of these is the option for a manual transmission. Some people might not like them, but I'm sure a lot of guys will prefer this over an automatic. These trucks, if you purchase an OBS, you can pick one up with the ZF5, or if you get a Super Duty, you can get the ZF6, which any newer vehicle, you're not gonna be able to get that at all. And most other older truck brands, like an older Duramax or even most of the Cummins, 99% of them are going to be automatics, and a lot of these are automatics too, but you can find quite a few stick shift 7.3 Powerstrokes out there. So with that being said, that's going to be 5 reasons why I think you should purchase a 7.3 liter Powerstroke. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it useful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.